Welcome, dear students. In this opportunity, I'm going to refer to collaborative writing, okay? So let's start by mentioning that collaborative writing is very important because successful collaborative writing allows students to learn from each other. So in order to make our students write in a collaborative way, we can use the board, and also we can make our students write in groups and in pairs. In the case of using the board, they can use the following activities: sentence by sentence and also dictogloss. In the case of writing in groups and pairs, we can provide students with the following activities: rewriting sentences, first lines, last lines, direction, rules, and instructions. And finally, story reconstruction. Let's focus on using the board in the first activity, that is sentence by sentence. It has the great advantage of creating a clear focus for everyone in the room and can create a feeling of shared achievement. So the activity consists on the following. Students can be asked to build up a letter in reply to an invitation on the board. So each time a new student goes up to the board to write sentences, the rest of the class can help by offering suggestions, corrections, or alternatives. Dictogloss. Well, the purpose of using this activity is to focus the students' attention on specific items of language by getting them to analyze the difference between their written reactions and the original which they have heard. So, for example, we can ask students to recreate a text or story that teacher read to them. So, in this case, for example, the teacher can use gestures in order for the students to understand better what is the reading about, okay? So the other one is writing in groups and pairs. So in this case, the activity is rewriting and expanding sentences. So students are presented with a stereotypical statement and asked to amend it to reflect the opinions of the group. So this activity provokes discussion not only about the topic but also about how to write a consensus opinion appropriately. So as an example, the teacher gives the students a shared sentence, and then they have to expand the sentence as many words as possible. First line and last lines. So they are used to get a student's imagination going. So teachers can provide students with the first line of a story or the last line. So then the students have to write a story to include the first line or the last line, okay? So after they have selected which line they are going to use, they discuss the situation in their groups, and then they have to create a story which follows on from the first line or ends with the last line. Another one is directions, rules, and instructions. In this opportunity, students can be asked in groups to write the 4 principal rules of a game they like and know how to play. So after they have written these different rules, they have to give them to another group, and then they have to follow these instructions, and finally they have to play the game. Story reconstruction, it's a very interesting activity that we can use in our classroom, and in this opportunity, students have to, the teacher is going to give students different pieces of a jigsaw, and then they have to reassemble the bits into a coherent whole. For example, I have used here different pictures, so the student needs to reorganize the pictures, or maybe to select in the way they the student prefers using the pictures in order to create a story. Yeah, so we can use these pictures. You can use another ones that can be found on the internet. Okay, so I have used for this tutorial the book How to Teach Writing by Jeremy Harmer. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.